Hi, good evening everyone. Welcome to the bilingual channel Decoding Long. I'm Long, a phone banker and educator with over 6 years of experience of teaching mathematics. Still, we are going to slice it, decoding and crush it together. If you're a student who happens to come across my channel, I actually hope we can take just 3 seconds time to hit the like and subscribe buttons. The small gesture means a lot and helps you stay updated with the latest lessons I'll be sharing here. In the last episode of this season, I'll explain how to solve the questions involving enlargement and combined transformations. Also, it will help you score that 9 or 5 marks on paper 2 and some on paper 1. If you are ready, here we go.
Alright, all of you, welcome to the final episode of the bilingual channel Decoding Long. Long is still here to help you all to do the final revision before the exam date on Monday. Alright, this question is extracted from Malacca Trial Paper 2 under Section B. The question number is 13. And this question, for my view, the level of difficulty is intermediate or even hard. But don't worry, after this, you know how to solve this question and you'll be able to earn at least 9 marks on this real paper. Okay, so look at the sub-question A. Diagram 12 shows point S on the Cartesian plan. And here's the Cartesian plan. Alright, then state the image coordinates of point S under the following transformation. And the question shows 3 different types of transformations. Then the first sub-question is about R. The second sub-question is the combined transformation, PT. And to be honest, before I start this question, I have to tell you all that the question involving concurrency, enlargement, and combined transformation is not avoidable. So we have many hours before the real exam. Please try to do a quick revision on these different types of transformation. Alright, so back to the question. R is a reflection in the line y is equal to 4. Then how do you do? Alright, then you can see that when y is 4, then we are going to draw a horizontal line across the Cartesian plane. Okay, so actually this red horizontal line is considered the reflection line under the transformation R. Then what's the next step? Since we know S is here, right? The object S is below the horizontal line. Then we are going to check the number of units from S to the reflection line. Alright, so down to here, please just imagine that this reflection line is a mirror. So let's say you are going to check how big the mirror is, how big the image is. You are supposed to use the same distance to find where the image is behind the reflection line. Since we know the number of units is 2 from S to the reflection line, then do the same thing, the same distance until here. Okay, so once you have obtained the location of image of S, please read the coordinates right now. Alright, in order to make it more convenient, I highlight in this way so all of you can learn how to read the coordinates correctly as well. Okay, so what's the value of X? X is 4, Y is 6. Then how should you write the final answer? The final answer is S prime. Remember, there's a small comma on top of S, right? This one is called prime. And S prime is equal to open bracket 4, 6 closing bracket. And this is the format of writing the coordinates. So far so good, all of you? Do clear? If you are clear, let's move on to the next sub-question. It's a combined transformation, PT. And when we read this combined transformation, which one is the first? T is the first, P is the second. Alright, so let's deal with the T first. T is a translation, -4 and 2. So when you see this translation, how do you read the values inside the brackets? Okay, so let's read the definition here. if the translation is written in a vector form like this, the top value is about how you move the object horizontally, and the bottom value is about how you move the object vertically. So therefore, the top value is positive, then you're supposed to move the object rightwards. Otherwise, you have to move the object leftwards. Since the number is -4, then that means -4 means going leftwards by 4 units. So look at the Cartesian plane here. This is how I move the object S. Okay, you can see the cross mark there, right? And this is the temporary position of this image S. Then of course, right, we have to move it vertically, am I right? +2 means going upwards by 2 units. So how should I move from the cross mark? Look at here, the Cartesian plane. Then we are going to move up to 4 there. Then I'm going to put the dot, and this dot is the first image after transformation T. Then, since this is the 2 marks question, and you're supposed to write the coordinates after the first transformation, so still, for convenience, I made this highlight for all of you to read the coordinates. So the answer is S prime is equal to 0 and 4. Okay, no issue, right, all of you? But since this is a combined transformation, then you must know how to move this first image of S under transformation P. Alright, let's look at the question. P is a clockwise rotation on 90 degrees about the center 6 and 3. Before we start moving, you have to find the center point. 6 and 3, where is it? Alright, so look at the small dot, the orange dot, and this is the center point to perform the transformation P. Okay, for me, in order to find the correct position after the second transformation, I use the ruler to connect between the first image and the center point. Then, since we know the distance, right, remember, we are going to move under the clockwise rotation of 90 degrees. Okay, what does it mean? Clockwise means the image is moving to the right. Okay, you can see my arrow, right? And in order to make it correctly, so make sure that it creates 90 degrees as an angle on the center point. Okay, and make sure that the line prolonged from the orange dot is in the same length as what we have drawn just now from the first image to the orange dot. Okay, so far so good, right? And now we are going to put the big dot on top of it here. Then still, you are supposed to know how to read the coordinates. For convenience, I highlight this way. So what is the S value? Between 6 and 8 is 7. And what about the value of Y? After 8 is 9. So the answer is S double prime is equal to 7 and 9. That's all. So far so good, all of you. It's not quite difficult to understand it. Instead, for me, it's quite interesting. Okay, because you don't need to do so much calculation. Before that, you have to make sure that you have the skill of making visualization of this type of exam question. Okay, so let's move on to the next sub-question now. Okay, the next sub-question is the pentagon GHIJK is the image of pentagon ABCDE under a combined transformation ST. So describe in full T and S. Alright, so look at the diagram. We can see that ABCD is bigger and GHIJK is smaller, am I right? And you can hear there's a shaded image, am I right? Okay, then how to divide it? We can make a very quick conclusion that actually the bigger one is the object, am I right? Okay, and then the smaller one, the shaded one is image 1, and then GHIJK is the image 2. So that means we have to proceed 2 transformations before image 2. Then how do we perform? Alright, so before that, let me read back the textbook on the page 139. In general, the scale factor K of an enlargement can be determined as follows. So that in order to find the scale factor K, and then for convenience, I'm going to use this line, okay? As highlighted here. Okay, since we know the object is ABCDE, and then along the side on the right, the side is AB, am I right? And AB is considered the side of an object. And what about the side of the image 1 is actually AP, is it? So based on the formula, we are supposed to put AP on top and AB on the bottom. So then we can confirm that the AP is 3 units, AB is 6 units. Then we are going to put on this formula, and it's 3 over 6. And of course, it's not the final result. We have to simplify it, am I right? So the answer is 1 over 2. Then the scale factor for this question is 1 over 2. And of course, is it completed? Not really, because we have to find the point. The point is what? Enlargement point, is it? Okay? To be honest, obviously, we can find that the enlargement point is A. But we cannot write A simply, because we have to write the coordinates of the point A. Then how should I write? Still, I help you all to read the coordinates together. Then S is -2, Y is 2 for the point A. And once we have got the coordinates of the point A, then we can just write the answer is enlargement at center 2 and 2 under the brackets with K equal to 1 over 2. And this is a very complete answer. Alright, so how to get these 3 marks is, as soon as you are able to say enlargement, 1 mark for you. The second mark comes from how you write the coordinates, and the third mark is about the scale factor. Okay? And then what about the next? The transformation S. Remember, the transformation S is from image 1 to image 2. And we can find that both are having the same size, is it? Then it must be about what? Reflection. Because you can see the image 2 is inverse of image 1. Therefore, we are going to find the distance between these 2 images, and we can see that the distance is 5 units between A and G. Can you see that? Alright, in order to find the reflection line, then we have to find the midpoint between the distance. And the midpoint must be here. Okay, then please remember, bring along your pencil as well into your exam hall, and then draw the vertical line so that you are able to read the reflection line. Then how to write the answer? The reflection on line S is equal to 1 over 2. Since the reflection line is vertical, then you have to get the value S instead. Or if the reflection line is horizontal, then you have to obtain the value of Y instead. So far, a good overview. And this is the second sub question. And what about the last one? Okay, it's given that the pentagon ABCDE represents a region with an area of 290 meters square, and please calculate the area of the shaded region. Alright, then since we know that the area of the object is 290 meters square, and please flip back to the textbook page 146. And this is the fixed formula for finding area of the image under the enlargement. Even though still, since you are still able to find this formula on the first page or second page of your exam paper, I still encourage all of you to try to memorize it. Don't waste the time to flip your exam paper, okay? Time is precious during the exam time. Okay, the area of the image is equal to k squared times area of the object, and just simply substitute the value into this formula. That is, since we found that the k is 1 over 2, then just put inside the brackets. So 1 over 2 squared times 290 equals to what? Remember, calculate it again. Answer is 72.5 meters squared. And it's all about the question involving congruency, enlargement, and combined transformations. And my recommendation is please get one more set of the papers and try to find the question involving this chapter so that you're able to master it. Alright, good luck.
Well, here's the end of the final episode. If you have been following me over the last 3 months, I want to say thank you very much. Your support is my greatest motivation to keep going. By the way, is it the end of my channel this year? Alright, let me tell you all. Remember last time I said that I want to make a special episode. Rest assured that I'm still keeping the promise and will manage to do it soon. Once again, please like and click subscribe button so you won't miss the updates. Best of luck for your SPM Mathematics exam tomorrow. Goodbye.